Yes, I'm fine, and I've got more news to deliver on this. Oh, what was that at the door, you might be wondering? It was just the mail. I found it a bit strange that they were knocking, and when I opened it, I thought I could have saw a banana peel fly by somewhere, but I think I might have just been losing my mind. Anyway, I'm back, and I have more to tell on this story. So, I felt like I was finally recovering from the incident that it had just passed. But the other day, I felt like I could feel some strange force coming from where I originally found the VHS tape. And something just drove me to go check there. I don't know if there was some subtle noise or something, but I just had to go look at it. Upon reaching there, I looked around and I saw the first VHS tape, and just its sight sickened me a bit. But after inspecting a bit more, I found yet another VHS tape that I don't ever recall having. It was once again a normal tape. Written in ink on the cover was Nick Jr., but this time the writing seemed to be a bit more bold, and it had more of a reddish color aside from the blue the original tape had. I thought to just immediately throw it away and ignore it, but something was just telling me to go check it out, and that there's some deep conspiracy over here that needs to be uncovered and revealed. So later when I was ready, I set up the VCR and put the tape in and pressed play. It started out with some normal bumpers with face, that classic friend. It was pleasant just to see it, but I knew damn well what was about to come, and poor innocent face didn't know. It then went to the next bumper, and it was of course Joey's lunch, the familiar scene, everything coming back, the narrator saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, beans and carrots." And the lunchbox opened up. However, instead of the group from last time, this one was the bologna sandwich, grape, and cookie. Now, personally, I never liked any of the other bumpers as much as the one with PBJ and banana and such, because I found most of the food items in the other ones to be disgusting, mainly the first one, the main target of it. Now this one was okay because of grape and cookie, but bologna sandwich just always disgusted me, and the blotch sound effect that plays when he introduces himself never helped either. Anyway, this one was a bit more okay than the others because of cookie and grape, even if the sandwich holds them back. But despite that, it was a bit enjoyable to see, because the bumper just played like how it normally does, with them reenacting Moby Dick, or at least their interpretation of it. So it was refreshing to see, despite my normal feelings on it. After that, it faded to the next bumper, and we had a dark-looking room, almost like it was backstage. And I saw Banana and PBJ from before walk in on different sides of the screen. And I thought, oh no, this is where it starts, isn't it? We've never seen this before. However, once they approached each other, they started to dance with each other. They laughed and giggled and had a swell time spinning each other around and saying each other's names like, "Ooh, woo, banana." And it was another pleasant thing to see. I thought maybe this was just a lost bumper that we haven't found yet, and now we have. Like some extra behind the scenes bit that they thrown in. But no, it was just me being optimistically in denial. After that, it started another Joy's lunch bumper. However, it opened up to the ham sandwich again, or bologna. And I thought either there was just like a poor recording, or maybe they skipped shows and the next bumper just immediately played and it was a repeat already. But it went on like normal for a really bit. However, once the part came where bologna sandwich said Moby, he was just stuck on the mo, kind of like when something skips and freezes, just him going like, mo, 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 mo. I thought there was something wrong with the tape, and I got up to try to take it out. However, as I was walking towards the VCR, the screen then quickly went to static and then black for a bit, which made me stop and pay attention to it. And then the same bumper started to repeat again. And after the lunchbox opened up and they introduced themselves, Grape started to go into whale form like usual. However, the dialogue was then different this time, and Bologna Sandwich said, "There be the whale. You know what to do, you scarfy." The cookie then nodded. Oh no, here's where it begins, I thought. They then took out what looked like to be harpoons and began repeatedly stabbing Grape with it. His grapes mushing or exploding upon the impact, grape juice just leaking out. I felt so bad for it. This is a real disturbing scene. They kept on stabbing Grape until it was dead. And then Bologna Sandwich said, "Finally, I get revenge on that whale. The sacrifice should helpfully appease our lords." He then ordered Cookie to help pick up Grape's body, and then drag it off the lunchbox and set it aside. "Nope, I still don't think this is enough," said Bologna Sandwich. He then started to walk somewhere else away from the lunchbox, with Cookie following. There was then a sheet somewhere, as if it was covering something. He then threw the sheet off, and I saw a familiar-looking person. It was PBJ, and she immediately started to do her trademark stock girl scream sound effect. She was screaming for her life as she was strapped to an electric chair. And then Bologna's head said, "This should satisfy more," and then electrocuted PBJ to death. It seemed like an incredibly painful and gruesome way to go. They pondered for a moment, and then Bologna Sandwich looked down at his squaffy cookie and said, "Nope, we still need more. Now it's your turn. Do your destiny. Fulfill it." Cookie then broke his character and tried to run for his life for a second, but then Bologna Sandwich caught him quickly, grabbed Cookie in his quote-unquote mouth, and then crushed him. Cookie crumbled and died. Bologna Sandwich then walked away from the screen, giggling to himself. The screen went to black for a few moments, and then it came back on with Bologna Sandwich walking in the background we saw from before. He talked to somebody off screen and said, "I did it. Will our Lord be pleased for a moment?" he said, slowly breaking his captain persona. The screen then showed who he was talking to. It was Banana. She then said, "Yes, you've done quite the fine job." And then Bologna Sandwich nodded in agreement. She then said, "However, we can never have quite enough given to him." Bologna Sandwich then hit wait a minute until Banana unpeeled herself and refilled a blade. She then jumped over at Bologna Sandwich, who then yelped for his life and sliced him right in half, and then started stabbing the two carcasses remaining. The screen then cut back to the same bumper, with the narrator opening up like usual. It then opened up to reveal the same three we've been seeing before, however they seemed much more lifeless. Bologna Sandwich said, "Yes, here we are. We will reenact classic novel. But first we will sing too." They then start to somberly sing the song from the first bumper with PBJ, Banana Juice, and Peppermint. However, it was real poorly done and soulless. The cookie then said, thank you, and Bologna said saying, "Now we will reenact this thing." However, Grape just stood there rather than going to a whale form. It was being resistant. For the first time ever, Grape truly spoke, and it was like, I don't want to do this. They kind of just both looked at Grape in a slightly stunned look, whatever emotion they had left to muster. But Grape then walked out of the lunchbox, bologna sandwich and cookie trying to stop him, but then Grape then sped up and was able to outspeed them. Grape then appeared in the backstage room, and Banana was there, and she just looked at Grape and asked, "Now what do you think you're doing?" Grape then said that he refuses to die for faulty lord. Banana then said, now, that's the kind of attitude that we just can't have here. One life that you don't choose to sacrifice is all of ours gone. Banana then went again to subdue Grape and stab him like she did to the others. Grape, however, then went to his whale form and started to speed up and ram into Banana. She managed to knock over Banana and she said, "Ouch, you're gonna leave a bruise on me." However, Banana then got up and boomeranged herself around Grape and smacked him from behind. She then opened up both of her peels, revealing a gun that came out, and then started blasting Grape. His grapes exploding and mushing over everything and splattering on the walls and ceiling and floor. She then said, "There, that's better." It then cut to the three again in the lunchbox, all zombified, all soulless, trying to perform their act. However, the lunchbox then closed on them from behind, crushing and killing them all. Banana then said, "This'll be a fine package to satisfy him. My work here is done. See you all next time for Joey's lunch," taking over the narrator's role. The VCR then went to blue and stopped, and it immediately ejected itself too. When I went to go grab the tape, it felt extremely hot to the touch. I had to get an oven mitt to put it away and lock it away where I found it before. While this one wasn't quite as disturbing as the last one, I still felt disgusted and afraid. I don't know what's going on here, some sort of mass ritual suicide all being conducted by Banana, who needs to follow her lord, or if it means something much more sinister with real people, and this is trying to tell us something. I just want this all to be over with, but something tells me it's not far from over. It's gonna be up to me to give my life and keep on delivering this news to everybody and warn everyone about the horrors of Joey.